Hello!
Welcome to your General Nerdcast, episode number 36, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the doobie
I kind of was forgetting the number there. I was gonna say, welcome to episode...
episode, we're gonna talk about some generally nerdy things.
Talked about some video game news and...
Video cards and...
all sorts of different things.
Getting banned for driving while you're on the Twitches and...
Yeah.
So much news.
Couple things, yeah.
Ah!
This guy right here,
This me.
he'll be Bobby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Nah, I'm me. This one, I'm Tyler.
And this is Dooley.
That is Dooley.
Hi, Dooley.
He is joining us.
Hi, Dooley.
Kind of.
Hi, Dooley.
He's doing what he wants.
He just does what he
He
wants.
kind of wants to sleep, but that's not happening.
I'm not going to let you sleep never.
So, we're going to start off with talking about some of the troubles with developing Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, it took 5 years, and it was a troubled past, and it didn't go as well as everybody hoped it would. And
Yeah.
the game was released, and everybody hated some of the facial features, and so they had to patch it. So I mean, it's not really doing great.
Yeah, it struggled
It's having a bad
from
time.
development into release. Essentially, from talking to a bunch of different people, one of the writers of Kotaku, he had interviewed a ton of different people who worked on Andromeda, and got a bunch of different scopes of what were some of the major problems, and there was a lot of them.
Yeah.
The director change, or I think it was just one director change, but that was actually a huge conflict with how it was being developed and how the story was going and everything. There was major rescopes, understaffed animation, which explained some of the big animation issues they were having.
We sure do.
Technological challenges, a lot of communication issues, which
Communication.
that's huge everywhere. And
Yeah, communication. You don't have communication, you can't do much.
no, not really. A lot of office politics, and then a compressed timeline. Those were a lot of the main issues that people were finding when getting into the development of Andromeda. A lot of with the core idea of Andromeda is, with the release of the first Mass Effect, they went on to focus more for story and the combat and everything instead, and move away from the exploration type of game that they originally wanted to do.
Yeah, because that was one of the biggest gripes people had with Mass Effect 1 is how long it took to scan planets and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Gamers are babies.
Yeah. And then with Andromeda, they wanted to go into the avenue and have I already forgot the name of the guy who goes to find stuff in Andromeda. I can't remember. But essentially they sent out the
Pathfinder?
the Pathfinder.
Is that what they're called?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
During the original Mass Effect, they sent out the Pathfinder. They were trying to figure out if they wanted to make it a prequel or a sequel type of game, and they went out to ask the community, or the first director went out to ask the community, and it was a lot of what, in the office and out of the office, a lot of people agreed they would rather have a sequel than a prequel to the game.
Well, there you go.
So that's the route they went, and they decided they wanted to re-dive into the exploration because they thought they got the storytelling and the combat down pretty concretely. So that's fair.
Makes sense.
So they wanted to do an algorithm that generated planets randomly, sounding like No Man's Sky, but the idea popped up before No Man's Sky was even announced or anything. But that ran into problems to where essentially they couldn't really pull a story into that with having randomly generated planets.
Yeah, it would be hard because how are you going to have a concrete story on a planet that isn't
It's like,
isn't there for one person but there for the next,
Popped up. Yeah. So that was one of the big issues. And then once the director changed, I think like a year or two into the project, the new director wanted to go into a different way of storytelling or something. And everybody was already having enough trouble trying to figure out, or trying to stay motivated on the original story they wanted to, or original story they had. So
yeah,
it was just during the director change, it made it a lot more challenging. And then there was an issue with the engine they're using, the Frostbite engine, which was meant for first-person shooter multiplayer games and not an RPG storytelling game.
All right.
So they essentially had to build everything from the ground up using that engine, because the combat and everything worked great.
Yeah.
But anything else they tried to do did not work at all. Like, they had to pretty much program it from the ground up just to be able to get the menu function to work or the party function to work or anything like that. So
awful.
Yeah, there was just a bunch of different challenges. It's a really long article, but it's actually kind of worth the read. Like,
yeah,
I don't remember how long I was reading it before I noticed that I wasn't even like a quarter of the way done.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking long.
Yeah, and there's
yeah, it's forever. Holy shit.
Yeah, there was essentially long list of issues that went down the line. Where I'm not going to go into every single issue that they came up with, but those were some of the major ones. As the director change really affected them, and then the engine they're using, and the fact that a lot of the animation team actually slowly got moved onto different projects, and the roles they left empty never got refilled.
Which sucks. I mean, I haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know all of the problems that everybody keeps complaining about, but I can't imagine that it's that bad that... Oh, okay. that
Sorry.
It's something we really, really need to worry about from them.
Yeah.
It's not like a Ubisoft thing where it's constantly happening. It's one time.
Yeah.
So we'll see kind of where the studio goes and what they do next.
Yeah, see if they're able...
I assume they'll either do another Dragon Age game or...
They might move into something else. I mean...
Mass Effect's been put on hold.
Yeah.
So...
It's been put on hold while they focus on Battlefront, so maybe we'll get... Maybe we'll just get more Star Wars stuff.
I'd be okay with that, too.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Star Wars.
Star Wars!
Fuck you, Mass Effect. Give me the Star Wars.
I don't really have anything else to bring up on that story. It's a good read. I'll post it in comments or description and whatnot, but for
the viddy.
But yeah, it's worth the read. Sorry, I gotta stop scratching.
He likes it when you scratch his back. Kick that leggy.
You have anything else to bring up on that?
No, I think you covered it.
Okay.
I mean, we could go into it for hours talking about all the problems they had according to that article, but I mean, I think you covered pretty good, and I think we're good.
All right,
we're gonna move on.
So Bungie has officially announced pretty much. Yeah, he's giving you a pretty evil glare.
Yeah, he's mad.
Bungie has pretty much announced that they're not going to release any more updates for the original Destiny. They're just going to be solely focusing on Destiny 2 now. So,
which,
yeah,
kind of makes sense.
It does.
You got a game that's coming out in 3 months.
Yeah, the Age of Triumph, I think it was what it was called, was the last and final update for Destiny that or big update or anything that they're really going to do. Maybe down the road you might get a small thing, but they pretty much said they're not going to work on any sort of updates or balancing issues for Destiny. They're just going to solely focus on Destiny 2.
It would be cool if they released some sort of like event leading into Destiny 2 right before Destiny 2 comes out.
That would be enjoyable.
That would be good for them to do, but I could totally understand why they don't want to continue putting out content for Destiny 1. I mean, they're trying to kill the project that they made that didn't pan out as well as they thought it would.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to move on. So like, you know what? If you still play it, great. If not, yeah.
The one thing I'm hoping for is that this isn't part of their 10-year plan. Is every few years
10-year plan.
This Destiny game is going to get a new Destiny game where you lose all your old Destiny experience.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that's not part of their plan.
Hopefully
it wasn't part of their original plan.
With Destiny 2, hopefully they fix a lot of the problems that we all had with it, and
this can move
because we're all babies.
Yeah.
And hopefully this will move them forward, and they can just keep going with Destiny 2 and just release expansions.
Yeah, I'd be completely fine with that. But making it a new game every couple of years would, it would turn into a Call of Duty feel, and I would hate that.
It would die.
Yeah,
and that would suck.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the news we have on that. Destiny will not be receiving any sort of updates. So if you're enjoying it right now, that's good. If you think something's unbalanced, hate to say it, but you're
gonna have to deal with it.
Shit out of luck, yeah.
So yeah, moving on from there, there's games vanishing off of the App Store for the iOS. iOS App Store, dooley.
Coming very soon, an iOS update is happening to where 32-bit games will no longer be viewable or available on the iOS store. So
Wait, you want to turn around?
they're working on the update right now, and whoa. And pretty much a lot of games, a lot of companies are working to update their games to 64-bit, but for any of the 32-bit games that are on there and available right now, you might not be able to find them in, I think, a couple weeks or a month or two when the, I think, iOS update 11 happens or whatever it is. I don't remember the exact number. But once that happens, you won't be able to find 32-bit games unless they've been updated to a 64-bit version. And there's a lot of games a lot of game companies that are working on several games to update it to that. So they might not be available right away, but you might see them a month or two after the update happens when they are ready. There are a few games that are there's old games that are getting the 64-bit update, so you will still be able to find them, but there are some games that the company just doesn't have the ability to update it because of the way that they made the program. The software they're using to make the program, they would pretty much have to completely rewrite it and start from scratch to remake a 64-bit one. So there are, maybe, I don't know how many in comparison, but there are definitely a few games that you probably won't be seeing anymore.
Good job, Apple. You're ruining video games on the phones.
There are ways to look them up through, besides using the iOS and everything, but I can't remember exactly what it is. I believe it's in the article, but you have to do a long search option to be able to find it, and then finding the way to download and everything. So using your regular account that you normally download games might not be available.
Yeah. See if I can find the thing you're talking about.
Yeah. So if there's 32-bit games, I don't know if it's listed in game descriptions or anything, but if you can find out if a game is 32-bit, you could probably look it up pretty easy online. If you already have it, you don't have to worry about it disappearing. Just don't delete it from your phone. If you're getting a new phone and weren't able to transfer it and the update happens, you're probably not going to be able to find it very easily. There's a lot of companies that are working on reworking into the 64-bit, but like I said, there's only a few companies that can't really afford or don't have the time or the ability to make most of their games 64-bit. So
yeah, and that sucks because, I mean, if that's your main source of income was from iOS or something, then you're fucked because iOS changed their policy. I mean, this is their thing; they can do it whenever they want, but that's still fucked up.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
It feels like it's little to no warning either, and that kind of sucks too.
At least for us, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, on our end, on the consumer end, it is just kind of out of the blue. I think it's pretty short until this update happens. So, like I said, if you already have the game and you're not planning on changing phones or deleting them or anything anytime soon, you probably don't have to worry about it too much. If you don't play phone games very often, you don't have to worry about it too much. But if you're constantly downloading games and you're just kind of waiting to hear about them, and there's a 32-bit you were looking forward to in a couple weeks, you may not have the option to get it.
Go get it now.
So
save it on your phone.
Yeah.
Then they can't take it away.
Yeah, I don't have anything else on that.
Finger bang guns.
Do you have anything?
No, that you nailed it. I mean, I can't find that thing. It says if you use a direct link, the app is still available for download. But even then, that's going away too. So
yeah,
I mean, if you use these 32 bits are just gone in iPhones.
Yeah,
so
pretty much
that's all you need to know. Yeah. Moving on to getting banned while you're driving on Twitch. Also, why are you streaming when you're driving?
I I've read that a bunch of people feel like they want to stay connected to their community when they're on road trips or traveling or something or other, blah, blah, blah. So they do this driving periscopes on Twitch to stream to them, or using Periscope while driving on Twitch to stream to their fans, whether they're consistently reacting to the chats or the community that's watching them, or if they are just kind of driving and talking, not paying attention to their phone. I don't think it's that great of an idea in general.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. It's a really bad idea.
They're not getting an exact ban. They're kind of like getting suspensions, and it gets worse and worse until they get to the ban, because I guess Twitch's suspension and ban things are very hard to define, apparently. But I don't really have any negative opinion towards Twitch on this. I'm like, no, yeah, go ahead. Most of the suspensions are under self-harm, I think is what it is, being categorized.
Dangerous,
and, I'm like, yeah, that's completely fair.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah, they're trying to communicate to a community. If they're just talking, not paying any attention to their phone, a little less dangerous. But still not completely, just because they are still... Yeah, it's still not safe. Because they're still trying to be entertained while driving when they're on the road. Like, you should be focusing to the road.
Yeah, you're driving. Focus on what you're doing.
So a couple people were upset because it doesn't seem like everybody is getting the suspension or bans while driving. Like, certain people are getting it faster or more commonly than others. And I would have to actually look at the videos or whatnot to see.
Yeah, I wonder if there's something else going on. Or, I mean, I doubt that they have somebody that works at Twitch that watches every single stream. So maybe it's just people are getting reported.
Yeah, it could be that. I mean, that very well could be. It's like, oh my god, this person keeps looking down at their phone while they're doing this. Like, it could also, where other people are like, oh yeah, just,
Yeah, like it could be different situations like that. I mean,
could be.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's got to be a wide array of why people are getting banned or what they're doing in the video exactly that is getting them banned.
Yeah.
But the people who are getting banned, suspended, are super mad at Twitch for doing it because they're doing it while driving, while others are driving and not getting the suspensions. And I think that's just ridiculous. One, you're doing something you probably shouldn't. You shouldn't be doing.
It's like when you're driving in real life and someone cuts you off and they use their blinker. Like, sometimes they'll get a ticket and sometimes they won't. You got caught.
Yeah.
Like, you got caught being an idiot.
Yeah, that's exactly
Face up your consequences and get over it.
Yeah. You happen to have to pay the fine or the... Yeah. That's what it is. You got caught for doing something stupid.
You're dumb. You a big dummy and you got caught. Now you gonna pay the consequences.
Dude, he's like, what the hell are you doing?
Stop bouncing.
I just want to sleep.
So yeah. I'm on Twitch's side on this. Like, don't stream while you're driving. Like,
yeah.
If you're on a long road trip, get to your destination, open up your laptop, fucking
get on
guys,
Twitch. Like, hey, just quick update.
Quick update. I'm here. I made it. Everybody's safe. We did it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed now because I've been driving for 8 hours. So I'll see you in the morning. Close the laptop.
Yeah, you can even do pit stop things. Like, people get off the plane. Like, I've seen periscopes of Jeff Ramsey's wife. She got off the plane while traveling or whatnot. She's like, yeah, we just arrived and blah blah. Like, off the plane. She's not driving. She's not even in like the cabin of the plane or anything. She's off the plane doing it, and that's good. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Doing it at pit stops or things like that is completely fine. But when
stopping to get gas. Here we are in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Getting gas.
But when you're doing it while driving, trying to do it for like the full trip or whatnot, I understand trying to keep yourself entertained while you drive, but trying to communicate with people who have to write to you and you're trying to read it is not a good idea.
Yeah. Bad idea. Don't do that.
So
be smart.
Just don't do that while you drive.
Yeah. Just be better.
I'm done with that. I got nothing else.
Yeah, no, I think we're good. I think we get the point.
So,
where are we? Okay, so a very interesting injury is very popular amongst esports athletes.
Yeah.
Lung collapses.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty freaking weird, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dr. Tyler, explain to me why lung collapses happen during esports injuries.
So, spontaneous... I'm going to butcher this.
Pneumothorax,
thank you. I didn't butcher it because of him. Lung collapses, sudden lung collapses, have happened over the past, several years. It's happened in, I think 7 or 8 big cases in esports. I think 3 or 4 pros have had it happen to them, and then several smaller competitors have had it happen to them. And they say it's more common in skinny young men who may not have the best posture or
That's why we're part of Team Fat.
Yeah.
Hashtag Team Fat.
Or health. Just, they don't take care of themselves they don't eat very healthily or anything like that. It's happened to, they'll start noticing a sharp pain in their upper chest, shoulder area, and essentially it means that all the air from your lungs has escaped and essentially filled the cavity around your lungs so it can't re-expand, so your lung is permanently being crushed until you can get that air to disperse and refill your lungs.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. No, reading that description, it was completely scary. Some of them have continued to play through tournaments, and the more severe ones had to be rushed to hospitals. I think we have Song Janus Junhua was rushed to a hospital during OGN Season 2 of the Apex tournament. He missed the final match, or his team's final match in that tournament. I think he had to stay over the weekend in the hospital. There's a bunch of different cases, but essentially the 3 of the physicians who do focus or help out with esports tournaments did say they all have their own theories on why it happens. One of them was he's more on the side of it's due to the lack of exercise. This is not a concrete theory, but I think that is a big part of it, is because he sees a lot more of the competitors who don't go to the gym regularly or don't get up to move. They're staying put to practice on the computer a lot more often and not getting up to be active to help their body gain the physical structure that is useful, that is needed.
Makes sense.
The lady doctor we did.
Lady doctor.
We talked about, I think, 10, 20 episodes ago. She wants
the physical therapist one?
Yeah, the physical therapist one. She thinks it's due to bad breathing habits and
you got it out.
Poor posture. Because most gamers there's the casual stance of gamers where
you're just chilling and then you get into it and you're leaning forward.
Yeah, and you're leaning forward. There's the slouched postures that really aren't helping because it's crushing your lungs in a way to where it's not a normal stance, or whatnot, or you're trying to extend and then it's just it's poor posture and bad breathing habits to where when you're in an extreme circumstance or a total focused state, you tend to hold your breath more.
Oh,
and that's not the most healthy thing. Is when you're you're straining yourself and you're trying to hold your breath. It's not the most healthy thing.
Sounds pretty bad.
There's other theories let's see. Some of them think that some of these players are more likely to get it because of they are regular smokers or they have asthma and whatnot. Cheese too. Most of them say that none of these are concrete, they aren't 100% provable theories for why this is happening, but it is a lot more common with esports players. It's not solely because they don't work out or whatnot. It could be because of the poor posture or vice versa. It's not because of the poor posture. It could be because they don't work out. It depends on who it is and whatnot. There hasn't been enough studying been put into it through the circumstance to know why it's close to 100% happening or whatnot.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's kind of like a freak thing, or like what the hell? Why is this happening?
Yeah, because it's like definitely not happening to like every single esports player or anything, but it is happening. It's popped up more often than expected over the past couple of years.
That's pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, just you're going through the article and reading what all the doctors have to say, and it seems pretty much they're all kind of in conclusion that it's just bad posture and not taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
So,
that's one of the big things.
You gotta take care of yourself.
You gotta take care of yourself, and
it's important. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You have to work yourself more than working your skills during the game or whatnot. You have to improve yourself along with the way you're playing.
Healthy body, healthy mind, healthy games, baby.
I don't have anything else to bring up on that.
No, it's kind of all just what you just said. I mean,
yeah.
Without hard data, there's no really no way they can tell why it's happening. So, take care of yourself out there, and make sure you're taking care of yourself out there, man.
Yeah,
because you gotta take care of yourself out there, man. If you're not taking care of yourself out there, who's gonna take care of yourself out there?
Be like
Nobody's
Doobie.
Gonna take care of yourself, though. Yeah, be like this old hunk of junk. You're not a hunk of junk. I'm sorry, dude.
Enjoy your pets and breathe well.
Enjoy your pets and breathe so good. Doodly down the people at home.
So,
all right,
we want to talk about Overwatch
again.
Kind of.
Overwatch is not being ready to be a top esport yet because it's too confusing for people.
Yes. Essentially, it's a beautiful game. There's a lot of cool graphics, a lot of cool ultimates, all sorts of different things.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on whenever there's big or even small fights because there's so much graphical or so much combination through this person's different type of gun to this person's gun and everything. Like, it's really hard to keep track of the way that anybody sees what's going on during any one of these games.
Just playing it, I don't even know what's going on at the time.
I
was like,
a little turned
push
around.
All the buttons. Push all the buttons.
All right, I'm going over here for a second. I gotta refocus. One of the big things they do is a lot of replays, which is really helpful. But what really doesn't make sense is how many replays are necessary to make it make sense to people.
Yeah, it's a very complicated system, and kind of like what you said, like everybody's gun is different.
Yeah,
they all do different damage. They all do
different animations,
and it's really hard for like a normal person to understand what's actually happening. If you don't play the game and know exactly what's happening, then it's hard for you to keep track of where it's happening, what's happening, who's doing what,
who,
like that kind of situation, and it's tough. Like I said, even when I'm playing, I don't even know what's going on half the time.
Yeah, it's a little much. And then when multiple ultimates get used, or people are doing stuff just to charge up their ultimates, sometimes it's
injustice.
Hallelujah. People have a hard time keeping track of it. The way they do, not spectating, but camera views during the game is actually really good, but there are some better possibilities, like to be able to have an overhead camera that can go through buildings so you can watch a fight that's inside or something would be really useful, because if you have to zoom in right above somebody's head and you have people firing all around them, you can't see what the fuck is going on. Tell what's happening. So that's one of the reasons that it's really hard to keep track of it. Like, oh, Tracer went in that building, there was 5 people, and it looks like Roadhog got her?
Yeah. Apparently? I mean, I don't really know.
We can't really tell. We may have to go back to a replay through Tracer's camera, and she wasn't facing the right way.
So we don't know what happened either. That's another thing, is that it's first person, so even if you're watching from one person's perspective, you can't see what's going on outside of this field of vision.
Yeah.
So.
Another big issue that I've noticed actually when watching any of the tournament games is
apparently Billy's gonna get in your lap now.
Yeah, he's just going wherever he wants. Is that when you're watching the tournament views, one team is blue and one team is red, but when you're playing like in a local game or online game or anything, the enemy team is always red and your team is always blue. So in the tournaments, sometimes the team that was red in the last game is blue in this game, so it's really hard to keep track of. And when you're transferring from playing Overwatch to watching it online, sometimes it can get confusing on who you're watching or which team is in which position right now, just because there isn't a even correlation between playing the game and watching the game.
Yeah. It's hard to follow. Like I said, if you don't know exactly what's going on from playing the game, you probably won't know what's going on in a professional match.
Yeah.
It'll be really hard for you to follow.
It's very hard to track, and unfortunately, it's not going to be the easiest thing unless they get a lot of...
It's kind of the nature of the beast. Like, there's
Yeah.
not a whole lot they can do to change it unless they get new camera angles somehow. I mean...
New camera angles. Maybe they have to do updated versions of tournaments Overwatch. I was going to say Destiny.
Yeah, if they could do, like, in the tournament, or, like, in the viewpoints, if they could do, like, a third-person over the shoulder of all the heroes instead of just the first-person view, then that might help out a little bit, but it's still...
watch your replays from third person or something.
Yeah,
that would be good. There's a few things they have to work on to make Overwatch easier to watch as a viewer, because right now it's very difficult for anyone to follow. Even the commentators get a little confused, and they have to rely on the replays.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's just one of those games that it's just hard to follow. I think it has a lot to do with the camera angles and just all the animations that are going on, and it's hard.
Yeah, it's
eventually
not
they'll probably get it worked out.
They will.
Overwatch will be ready to be a top esport, but right now it's too hard for people to understand what's going on, so people aren't interested.
Yeah. Staying along the lines of esports, there was recently a Overwatch Pro who has been suspended for pretty much being just a complete dumbass. I know.
He got suspended for grieving and
streaming anime porn.
Yeah, both of those things are not a good thing to do.
Yeah. So,
anime porn is for your bedroom. Anime porn is for your bathroom, not for the streaming room.
Okay. Bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You need to take a shower.
Oh, okay. Got it. You just have a TV installed on the wall or something.
Your phone.
Phone? You take your phone into the shower?
Not in the shower, in the bathroom all the time.
Oh, okay.
What am I going to do when I'm pooping?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Poop?
Anime porn. I mean, information.
Oh, okay. So essentially, during his games, during a streaming, well, he's notorious for giving people crap and whatnot during his streams and whatnot. And most recently, he's been known to do this multiple times, but the one that really got him thrown under the bus was he was throwing games in competitive play while streaming, and then having at the top of his screen anime porn going on while he's playing games and whatnot. So he'd purposely throw games during competitive play to make his team lose, lower his skill ranking and whatnot, while he was just fucking around and then giving people crap in the chat and just in his game chat. He's
an asshole.
Yeah, he was being an asshole. And
what's his name?
I will have to find my notes, but essentially Blizzard rebutted saying, all right, well, you're no longer going to be allowed in the competitors Season 0 and Season 1, and you're getting banned from online play in competitive Season 5.
Damn.
So they went full on, no.
Like, all right, you want to be an asshole?
Yeah.
We could be bigger assholes.
Yeah, so they went full on doing that ban, and he also...
You gotta get down, buddy.
Well, he also, large and small, no, that's different. That's different notes.
That one there.
No, that's not it. So he also, I know things. Whoa, dude. He also got suspended / dropped from his esports team. They're not fully kicking him. They're kind of on the way of, he's on suspension right now. He has been a loyal team member, all sorts of stuff. He's not that bad of a guy, blah, blah, blah. But right now, he's not going to be available to play on these seasons because of what he's done. we are going to keep him on the team roster so we can work on getting him the help that he needs to improve his psyche, his mental state, or whatever.
Just quit being a dick.
Yeah.
Daniel DeFran Francesca.
Yeah. And
he played the game. He played for Selfless.
Yes. Now that I found my notes, you found the information.
Yep, I'm on top of it.
And pretty much he started doing an apology on Twitter or a stream. I don't remember. I don't know if anything happened to him on Twitch for that. I would assume so, but it could also be that he was able to blur out what he was streaming, so he may not be in full trouble on Twitch, but I don't fully know on that. But essentially, he did an apology towards his community at first. He's like, I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for how I acted, what I said, how I treated the community and everything. And then at the very end of it, he's like, but you know what? Fuck all of you.
Yeah. So he started off by saying, I'm starting to realize my actions may be affecting my organization teammates and their careers. However, he also said, I honestly do not give a shit what happens to me and my fucking career. You can all go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
So, if it were me and I were Blizzard, I would say, fine. You're banned for life. Like, if that's how you want to act, you want to be a little baby, because we banned you for 2 seasons because you're being a piece of shit, then take your gaming elsewhere. We don't want you to play our game anymore.
Yeah. This guy just needs to do what the one guy did, who basically went off on a racist rant in that one video or stream and just completely disappear.
Yeah, I mean,
he just this is one of those guys that just needs to be gone. He's not doing anything useful.
He's not doing anything positive. Great, he's good at the game, but I mean, why?
So what?
Yeah, who gives a shit? There's a million other people that are good at the game.
Yeah,
this guy's just a douchebag. And, you know, I'm down with you. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
Bam! So, there it is. You can find the VOD of this stream on the internet. It's been saved and posted, and it's all over the place. So, if you really want to know about it and you want to see exactly what happened, you can find the VOD.
Yeah.
We're going to move on.
Yeah.
To... I can't read what I wrote.
Overwatch dances.
Oh, yeah. So... if you're playing the anniversary event and you're getting all the cool dance emotes and you're all super excited and you're like, look at my character gets to dance. Don't get used to it.
Yeah.
Because they're going away.
Yep. This has been one of my issues with Overwatch since the start is anything available during the events isn't available during the rest of the year.
Yeah.
It's the same with dances. A lot of the community is upset because we finally got dances.
Now they're going away again.
Yeah, but they're only available during the event. Like, they might come around during next year's anniversary time, but there's no guarantee on that. And Blizzard has pretty much stated that they have no intention of making them available outside of the event. Even though large parts of the communities are like, no, this needs to be available once you release the event. Yeah, but the fact that they're only available during the event at 3 times the cost is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's the fact that you have to spend so much money or like in-game currency on them.
Yeah.
And now they're just going away. It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. So it's a huge area that the community is really upset about. I completely agree with the community on this side. I wish they were available all year long, especially if you can leave them available all year long at the same price. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
As long as they would be available all year long is what really matters.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that, like, especially, oh, excuse me. Okay, now we're good.
Okay.
Especially with something like as simple as dances.
Yeah.
Like I get the skins, like the Olympic
I
skins
can understand
and
that
like
a
those
little
ones.
bit more.
I get those ones.
Those ones are special in a way.
Yeah, but like with the dances and stuff, I don't understand why you couldn't just leave them in.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, it's one of those things. And for the marketing side, it's understandable. They're so expensive during this timed event. People are more likely to spend money on loot boxes and whatnot and purchase and
Greedy
be able
sons
to
of
get
bitches.
that. Marketing sense, that makes sense, but I said sense a lot.
Sensing your senses.
But honestly, to be fair, more generous to the community, which Blizzard can, but because the game has gotten so big, it's already a billion-dollar industry game.
Yeah.
That they could be more open and be like, you know what? Yeah, we can make these available. We can make emotes available all year long from events and whatnot.
Yeah,
you can do what you said. Keep the skins during the time frame, but emotes, voice lines, tags,
like all stuff. The little shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you skip over them half the time anyway.
Yeah.
Like, why not just leave those there? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I understand money-making portion of it for Blizzard, but I completely agree.
They make enough money. They don't need...
They all want more money. They need...
They have how many millions of people playing WoW? And that's $15 a month.
I know. But that's just the company they are.
That kind of sucks. Like, when you put it in perspective like that kind of sucks to hear. Like, a company that I've kind of grown up with and loved for so long that's kind of coming out being more greedy about little shit like this, and like that kind of sucks.
It does. I'm on that side where I don't want to believe that they're being greedy, but they have to think as a company and not us wise, not consumer wise. Not fully that way. That's not the right way to
motherfuckers.
That wasn't the right way to phrase it, but
no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm still completely on the player side of this. I want those available.
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't make sense to not just leave them. It's just it's one of those things that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I'm done with Overwatch. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to bring up.
Nope, I don't play that game anymore.
Oh, okay.
Fuck that game. Fuck Blizzard.
Until Terry Crews comes in.
Yeah, until Doomfist and Terry Crews. But I mean, for like this very moment, this right now, yeah. Fuck him. Moving on to a game called Battleborn.
Battleborn?
It is similar to Overwatch-ish.
Yeah. In ways, yes.
In ways that it's a first-person battle arena shooter game.
Yeah.
Hero shooter, whatever you want to call it.
Hero Blaster.
It is going free-to-play, sort of.
Yeah. In a free trial sense of if you haven't tried the game, you can download a free trial and try all of the competitive play. I don't know for how long. It might just be like a free trial where you can continuously do that as long as you want. But you won't get any of the single-player co-op options. You'll be able to jump into the competitive play right away. You will have, I think, 6 of the 30 characters available or something.
Yeah, and I think they're going to be rotating.
Yeah, it'll have rotating.
Weekly.
And you'll have the options to pay for skins and whatnot, or pay to unlock certain characters. So it's essentially kind of like how Hero of the Storm or games like that, where you can unlock the characters as you play.
In-game currency or spend money,
and then if you purchase the game, you get the 30 characters. You get all the 30 characters they have available, get the full game and
unlock
whatnot.
The full game,
But yeah, so essentially if you want to try out Battleborn, you get a chance to be able to try out the competitive play, get the feel of how it works, and see what the game is like.
It kind of bums me out this game didn't take off like I wanted it to, because I think it's fun. I have fun playing it.
Yeah.
When I play it.
I played the beta. I enjoyed it. I downloaded it.
Yeah. You have it. I mean, we could.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a pretty cool game. It was the release timing. It competed with Blizzard, and just because it was labeled as Blizzard, Overwatch blew up.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, if you want to try out Battleborn, it's available as a free trial.
Bam! Free trial that motherfucker.
Go for it. That's the news we have for episode 36.
36, baby. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about what we talked about today, if you want to just talk to us about what we talked about, you want to fill us in on how you feel about all of these things, you can email us at generalnerdcast@gmail.com. You can get us at Twitter at generalnerdcast or Facebook, which is also General Nerdcast.
Yeah.
We do have a Patreon page if you would like to help us out and kind of grow the show and become bigger, better, faster, stronger show, do better things and get better equipment and all that other stuff and kind of move forward with this. You can help us out by going on patreon.com, searching General Nerdcast. We're on there. We only have a couple tiers available right now because we don't really know what we want to offer We don't really have a whole lot to offer right now, but we kind of want to start off there and then grow from there, you know?
Yeah.
So, if you'd like to help us out, you can do that. Being here and listening or watching is good enough, and we love your support, and we love you.
We enjoy everybody who listens. We enjoy the fact that you guys have kept us going for a while, and we're going to keep doing it.
36 whole whiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Baby!
We hope that you guys all have a wonderful morning.
Have a good morning and the rest of your day.
Enjoy your breakfasts.
Have a good breakfast. It leads to happy feelings.
Have a good lunch.
Have a good lunch. Have a good lunch. It makes you happy to have a good lunch.
Enjoy your dinner, your nighttime eveningness.
Eveningness.
Don't listen to Bobby while you eat.
Don't listen to me.
We'll make him happy this episode. Don't listen to him while you eat dinner.
Don't eat dinner.
Lunch is okay.
No. Eat dinner. Don't listen to us while you're eating dinner.
Yeah. That.
Bam!
Listen to us before you go to sleep, maybe. That's up to you.
Sleepy time.
Hopefully we don't keep you up. If we do, we hope we make you laugh.
Good time, sleepy baby.
Good time, sleepy baby. Have a good night. Smooches.